Terrific atmosphere inside this ground, as you would expect. Semi-final day. Wembley awaits. 13 years, almost a generation, have not seen Leeds win a Challenge Cup final. Kevin Sinfield will name it as a burning ambition, no doubt, to lead his team to glory at Wembley. But first they have to navigate this particular hurdle. And Wigan, of course, having won it last year, have the taste to do it again. Zach Hardacre has had an interesting switch to fullback in recent weeks for Leeds, in the absence of the injured Brent Webb, and he has been very effective there. Sinfield and Maguire, the halves. And up front in the forwards, Rob Burrows starts at hooker. Very often he's been used off the bench as an impact player, but it's a starting role today, and an extra prop in Ryan Bailey starting at loose forward for Leeds. Tommy Luloi injured for Wigan. New signing Matty Smith is cup-tied, so skipper Sean O'Loughlin joining Brett Finch in the Wigan halves. And it's a tough-looking pack as well, all the way from last year's Lance Todd Trophy winner, the Kiwi Jeff Lima, all the way through to loose forward Chris Tewson, who binds them all together. And some interesting-looking benches as well. The youngsters, Stevie Ward from Leeds, sit for big things. Likewise, Jack Hughes, a highly thought-of youngster, on the Wigan bench this afternoon. Sean Wayne?
They've shown in previous Super League playoffs is this Leeds side. A lot of big game players, and as Brian McDermott said in his interview, they are tense because they know they have to perform. Otherwise, they'll be cut to ribbons by this very, very good Wigan side.
Well, Kevin Sinfield saying this week they need to improve 60 or 70% on what they showed last time they played Wigan, when they got rattled by those 50 points. But as you say, they are a team that's capable of doing that. That's a terrific kick from Sam Tompkins. So not a 40-20, he was outside the 40. But it is still a very good kick to put Leeds on the back foot right at the start.
Yeah, there he is, Tompkins. A lot has been said and written about him. He is on fire at the moment. And the one thing they can't do is to give him space. If the kicking game, it has to be good. That's the one thing. They've got to chase him down. If he runs the ball back and makes yards, they've got to put it into touch. And every up and under, they've got to compete for him. They cannot give him time.
So Leeds with a chance to have the ball in their hands for the first time in this game. Burrow moving up at dummy half. Peacock announced his international retirement a couple of weeks ago, Jamie Peacock, but no signs of any imminent retirement from the domestic game. Still leading by example. Luloi with the next drive in.
Well, you can see Leeds, their plans, they're not going to do anything expansive. They're going one man up, it's very condensed, and then get a good kick in.
And they've got the three props, haven't they, really, today? With Peacock and Luloi and Bailey, we saw that there, 3 drives from 3 separate players. So they're looking for a tough battle down the middle. They know that Wigan's pack is a big one. It's a pack that can dominate, so they're looking to match like for like if they can. Here comes Gelling for Wigan.
But also they've got to close Finch down as well. I think he has been superb in the Super League. He is controlling everything.
On his way at the end of this season, Brett Finch, some would say he's in the best form of his Wigan career just at the moment. Here comes Lima, taking Wigan just inside that Leeds half. McAlorum, again, it's been absolutely sparkling of late. Finch throws it wide. O'Loughlin with a dummy, deciding the pass wasn't on. Keeps a hold. 5 gone. Here comes a 6. McAlorum picks up now. Tompkins will put the kick up. A first test of the day. Ben Jones-Bishop's underneath it. He's taken that superbly well, because there was a real swirl there and he was surrounded by bodies, but he's...
Good take. Traffic in his face. Swirling bomb. Takes it very cleanly. Great start.
Nerve settlers in the opening stages of a semi-final are always gratefully received. This is Burrow. Maguire, quick and short hands away to Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Wigan very heavy favourites to win here today and to go on and lift the crown as well. It's a reflection of how well they played this year, but as has been mentioned, so many individuals inside that Leeds team, and as a unit capable of so much that's good, that it should be very close. Tompkins on the stretch has lost it. Bailey picks it up. Ryan Bailey with the opening score. Ryan Hall rather with the opening score.
Well, that puts the cat among the pigeons. If he's onside, there is nothing else to look at. And that's what I said, you've got to put him under pressure. All the up and unders have got to be spot on and the chase. Another swirling kick by Sinfield, going away from him. Very, very difficult take by Tompkins.
Well, we saw at one end the kick taken.
I think he's onside. Everyone onside.
Well, Ryan Hall was certainly onside.
Yeah. I think the question's over Ablett. I think Ablett was in line as well. So I think, and here's the finish. What a start for Leeds.
Well, the video referee, Steve Ganson, has seen enough, I think. We're going to get the decision here. Ryan Hall, tries given, Leeds with the early blow. Exactly what they needed. Exactly what they needed. A 98th Leeds try for Ryan Hall. This last couple of seasons, he's been absolute dynamite and starts in suitable style here today.
Well, just the start, as I said, mistake-free coming out of your half. No intention of giving a pass. Forwards drive it up. Very, very good kick by this man Sinfield. And doesn't matter how well you are playing, those up and unders are very, very difficult to take. Isolated position at full back. It was a difficult kick to take.
So here comes Sinfield. He knows this particular stadium very well, this occasion very well. Remember 9 years ago when Leeds played St Helens in what many consider the greatest ever Challenge Cup semi-final, when he kicked one off the touchline at the other end to take it through to extra time. Today he's kicked one to give Leeds a 6-0 lead in the opening stages.
Here we are, just watch this kick. Puts it up, it's definitely swirling, it's going away from him. Doesn't take it, great follow-up. Ryan Hall try. Just watch it swirl away right at the end. Could have had a little bit more help maybe from his wingers because he had to go a lot to his right. But a great start for Leeds.
Certainly steps it up because we know there'll be a reaction from the team in cherry and white after those early advances achieved by those in blue and amber. Brian McDermott, the Leeds coach.
Good run there. Lulai.
Two young English coaches in charge of these two teams today, relatively so anyway. 47-year-old Sean Way, 42-year-old Brian McDermott. Both knowing exactly what this is all about. Here's Delaney. And Tompkins will be looking for a big reaction, having made that early mistake. Sinfield's inside the 40 here, and the bounce is going very close. Is it going to go on the line? It is. Sam Tompkins left it.
He did leave it.
He left it, and the referee is asking here whether this is a 40-20.
Interesting reaction to Tompkins. Let's see what Tompkins thinks.
I'm not sure he knew
that
Sinfield was close to that 40-metre line. Otherwise, he would have made a play for it. He was inside the 40 by a distance.
By a mile. Well. I said the kicking game had to be good. So far, it's been brilliant.
Well, two big moments and two big mistakes by Sam Tompkins, you'd have to say so far. The kick was difficult, but he might have made more of an effort with that second kick. As it is, Leeds have a terrific position here. Maguire inside for Ablett, spinning away from Hansen, but O'Loughlin is there to help make sure the tackle is a good one. Here's Burrow, he's hurt here, Ablett.
Yeah.
Referee stopping the clock. It's going to be okay to play the ball and then get treatment. Burrow to Peacock, and Peacock just propping it forward again, just urging that body of his.
Well, Ablett doesn't know where he is at the moment. He's taking a bump to the head.
Spinning it away to Sinfield, to Maguire. Here now is quick hands from Watkins, and over goes Ben Jones-Bishop. What a start by Leeds. They're absolutely burning this one up. 6 minutes played, 2 tries on the board. It is all Leeds so far, and Wigan are absolutely stuck on the ropes and punch drunk.
Great kick from Sinfield, sets up the field position, but they're very slow, they're very congested under the post, but it's just the in and out. Just watch here, this is it, comes outside the man. Unfortunately Gelling gets sucked in, and that's the try. Just watch him again, he drifts on the outside. Very, very good passing. This is the next pass, just watch him drift quietly on the outside, Sharmon gets it. Gelling has got to come in. Caught in no man's land. Anthony Gelling, try again. Very, very well played, Leeds.
Well, it's a young wing centre partnership that is very highly thought of, Callum Watkins and Ben Jones-Bishop. Watkins has had a lot of injuries in his young career so far, so he's not had that longevity in that role that he would have hoped for, but just saw a little bit of a sparkle there. Sinfield with a kick from the touchline, the other side this time, but he hasn't got the curl correct. It remains 1 out of 2 for him, but 10 points to 0 to Leeds with 6 minutes played. Who'd have thought this one?
But just watch this great play. Centre play, drifts on the outside, and forcing young Gelling just gets sucked in, keeps the line on the outside. Very, very simple try. Callum Watkins, you've got to have faith in your inside man, and unfortunately Gelling didn't think that Sharman was going to make the tackle.
Steve McNamara, the England coach, looking on. I think he's spotted the camera there, hasn't he?
Loves the camera, Steve.
Well, he'll be enjoying it because all those featuring heavily in terms of scoring the tries so far today have very much English credentials, haven't they? Ben Jones-Bishop, Ryan Hall, the try scorers, and Watkins, who helped create it, but also equally a little worrying the way that Tompkins has started here. Sinfield with a kick downfield again, just looking for distance, looking to put Wigan deep inside their own territory and make them do a lot of hard work to bring it back downfield again. Charnley leading it out, but a good chase.
Yeah, again, he looked where Tompkins was, kicked it away from him, give time for the chase to come up.
Tompkins, he was thinking that Luloi was offside there. He ran straight at him.
He did,
and looked at the referee, and the referee said play on.
I don't think Ben Taylor was watching him there, so...
Finch back on the inside. It's Hawk, who's capable of causing so much damage down that left channel. Jeff Lima won the Lance Todd Trophy last year. Had to be told who Lance Todd was, even though they're fellow Kiwis. Lachlan with a kick. Wigan looking to steady things here. Oh, and Hardacre letting it slip past. Not a day for the fullback so far.
No.
Less damaging than the mistakes at the other end, though.
Yeah, but they've done very well. They've completed their sets, Leeds. They put a good kick in. And Wigan have had to come from deep within the 20-metre. So they've had no attacking position yet.
Here's Burrow. Just looking for a bit of momentum forward if they can here. The young winger Jones-Bishop again involved in helping his forwards out. This is Delaney taking it in strongly. Yeah,
and again, just intent on taking the ball in, good yardage, good field position, and get that kick in.
Burrow scuttering away. O'Loughlin's shoulder says, you're going no further than that.
He needs an option, though. Sinfield needs an option because they will put pressure on him more.
Last kick. Sinfield with a kick. Charnley is a safe pair of hands on this occasion and will run it back, and he's almost through, has lost the ball, picked up by Watkins, another mistake by Wigan, another excellent position for Leeds to attack from here.
Great field position.
And look forward there to Peacock.
It did, everything is going their way.
Hardacre will score! Zach Hardacre underneath the sticks, a third try! Wigan will complain, they thought it was a forward pass, but that was half the problem. They stood and complained when they should have been defending, and Hardacre's over. Leeds have a third. It's 14 points to 0.
Well, definite forward pass, but you've got to play the whistle. Here's the mistake, the ball is knocked out. Ryan Bailey gets a hand there, and then they play on. Just watch, that is definitely a forward pass, but you've got to stop. What a great offload. They all stand off. Very, very good try.
Well, you look at Tompkins here. Look, if you can see Tompkins from this angle.
There we are. What an offload, though. Good support. Hardacre, he finishes.
Well, he'd run away to complain here. Watch Tompkins here, because he runs away to complain.
Yeah,
and it's that hole that they run through.
Definitely forward pass. But, as we've said before, and Hawk stands off. Looks like Hawk and Tompkins, the two players that complained at the forward pass, that's where they went through. And this will be 16-0.
Over it goes. Sinfield with a second of the day. 16-0 Wigan lead, and Sean Wayne is wondering when his side are going to start this semi-final. It's an incredible start. Incredible.
Well, it's been mistake-free rugby from Leeds. Hard yards, good kick, good chase. 3 opportunities, 3 tries. Thank you very much.
11 minutes played, Leeds 16, Wigan 0. And I don't think Wigan have actually had possession inside their opponent's half, have they, so far? Not with any menace anyway.
Even this early in the game, you know, you feel Wigan have to score next. Because I think they're an experienced side, they close game down. The last 4 games, they've really worked on the defence, Leeds.
3. Move! Line, boys. Okay, keep coming, Jeff. Third one.
Here's James Buchanan.
4. Release! Wait here, boys.
Maguire running into a little triangle of defenders, amongst them Lee Mossop, the Cumbrian, has made the tackle. Lost.
Mistake.
So Wigan will get possession here, all things being equal. Head and feet at the scrum.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, he's just lost that, no hand in at all. He got a secure ball. He'd be disappointed with that because they've had a perfect 13 minutes.
Next there, make sure you're holding your 10 as well. Follow me, please. Head in, Michael.
Leeds fans in terrific voice at the moment.
Okay, out.
Here's Golding.
Move with it. Wait. Go, move to the side, play on.
McAlorum. Now Hawk.
2. Move. Ready, boys, second one.
It's McAlorum. Harrison Hansen to his right-hand side.
3. Release. Hold it. Hold.
Remember a semi-final that Wigan were involved in a few years ago when they lost to Catalan, if you remember, and Catalan made an explosive start in that game. Wigan are not finding their form here. Hawk just running the obstruction. Finch bounces the ball in disgust. The referee says, well, we'll have another 10 yards then if you're going to be petulant.
Right.
And Leeds move up to the 40-metre line.
Ruffled their feathers a little bit. There we are. Runs beyond him. Very, very good defence. They got it right there, Leeds, but I'm still not sure that they're defending those fringes very well.
Here comes
we'll soon
Delaney.
find out with Hawk and Tompkins going down there.
Move. Ready, boys.
This is Burrow. Peacock again, leading by example down the middle. Trying to get the arms free, but he's not going to be able to. Tewson making sure he's wrapped up.
It's a big set for Wigan now because they've scored every time they've been in the 20, Leeds.
It's Burrow, left to Maguire, but back it goes to Hardacre. Hardacre in the line from full-back, but can't find a way through.
They don't look that confident, Wigan, do they?
Ablett, here's Maguire. He's looking for a bit of muscle down the middle. Bailey to his feet, here comes Burrow again, dodges to the left. James Buchanan's well led by Golding. Got in and strips the ball away.
Great tackle, line speed was immense. Shot off the line, made the tackle, stole the ball.
He's had a fine season, hasn't he? Really fine season, Daryl Golding. His winger outside, Charnley, has scored a lot of tries, and you have to put a lot of them down to his centre play. Run away by Anthony Gelling for the territory. Leeds 70% so far. Hawk looking to get Wigan on their way. They need a little momentum. Sean Wayne knows how important this spell is now. This side have to play themselves into the game. Big in goal here, but Hardacre's confident enough that it will roll out of play, and it does. Tap back on the 20. See from Tanya Arnold, is down on the touchline. Tanya.
Yeah, I've got Leeds right as well, Haraki with me. Well, what a start.
Yeah, it's been a really good start for the boys. I think they need to keep this pressure up on the Wigan team, and they'll go well.
Was there a lot of talk about starting well and not letting Wigan get a roll on?
Yeah, well, we knew it wasn't going to be a soft game, and we knew we had to stick in there for the whole 80 minutes. They won't go away. Wigan, they're a team that will stay there for the whole 80 minutes.
Thanks for your time, Weller.
Yeah, cheers.
Here's Delaney. Leeds know, as Haraki is saying, they cannot take the foot off the gas here. Rob Burrow in a Frosby flop to try and get past his man there, Hawk. Well, it's a loose pass, but it'll be picked up by Jones Buchanan. The dummy, Hansen misses him, and he tries to offload. It's picked up by Tewson. So a bit of cheap possession goes Wigan's way. What can they make of it now? Here's a Lachlan. This is Golding. Rolling away from Ryan Hall, but finding another there.
Yeah, I think Leeds just got to keep the same game plan they did the first 10 minutes. Just no mistakes and get the kick in early.
It's McAlorum. O'Loughlin really does a lot of hard work, doesn't he, Sean O'Loughlin? Almost had it stolen there by Ablett too, but kept a hold. Finch, Hock. In fact, it goes back to Tompkins.
Good tackle.
Sinfield had his number marked, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what they'll try and do, is isolate Tompkins on Sinfield.
Clear.
Here comes the sixth.
Good chase by Leeds, pressure on Finch.
Finch's kick, picked up easily enough by Ryan Hall. Rugby League's very own polymath, Ryan Hall, isn't he? Scores tries. He can do the Rubik's Cube in record time. He plays the piano like a good one as well.
Move back here, boys. Hold it.
This is Ablett down the middle.
Move.
Robbie Burrow just having a little look around here. 18 minutes played, Leeds leading 16-0. Incredible start from them.
Forward, away. Hold it, Lee.
This is Burrow. Shuffling away again. Mawson caught him, I think, first time, and
Come on.
made it a little easier for the second tackle to come in. Maguire with a kick, just sending it through, again making Wigan have to work hard from their own line, getting a little time as possible for Tompkins to pick that up.
Great chase, Sinfield
Charlie
again.
plays it quickly, here comes Tompkins, very good play, very good play. Tompkins dashes away, pass one, pass two, over the 40-metre mark. Tompkins is still going, and almost pulled down on the 40 metres. Charlie dived in by Hardacre, offside.
That's a great run by Tompkins, just what they wanted to lift aside. Amazing run, absolutely nothing on. He is so elusive, deceptively strong. Great tackle though.
So the tap is taken, and Leeds having to defend here.
Yeah.
Their own line almost for the first time in the game, because Wigan are in excellent position. McAlorum, off he goes, shows it to Finch, then tries to take them on. I think they were claiming the mark as word square, but the referee was having none of that. Finch back to O'Loughlin. Here comes Tompkins, again stepping off the left foot. This time, Sinfield grabs a hold. Tompkins lost possession, but the referee says there was interference after the tackle. Penalty for Wigan.
Yeah, wouldn't leave him go, kept him on. And there's a little hand on the back as well.
They get on with it. Nepilami Lawaki, the man they signed from Hull in the close season, driving it in. McAlorum picks it up. Here comes Hock now, looking to make the numbers on the outside. Ben Jones-Bishop, very important he got his hands to that, because had it got over the top, I think Wigan were in, but he has given another set away here.
Good vision by Hock. On the first tackle though, so just watch. Sees the extra man, does well, doesn't he? Jones-Bishop.
10 metres, hold the 10. Okay.
But it's another set for Wigan to have a go at this Leeds line.
For me, please. Not yet, Brent. Not yet. Heads in, Zach.
Finch
Out.
to feed. McAlorum back to Finch. Across it goes, and a little push away by George Calmont. And Calmont's over. First chance they've had. First try they score. Wigan back in it. Semi-final on again.
Yeah. Brian McDermott will be very, very disappointed. I think that Jamie Jones-Buchanan missed the tackle on Calmont in the middle. A simple play, steps inside. There's the penalty. Yeah, from the scrum, just watch. Simple play, he's just watching. Jamie Jones-Buchanan is watching Tompkins. Just watch him. Number 11, he's watching Tompkins. Takes his eye off his man. That's all you need. You have to have confidence in your inside defence. You've got to watch your own man.
He's in a bit of confident form at the moment. George Calmont, a hat-trick against Wakefield last week. He's another who leaves at the end of the season, so every reason for a little bit of late glory.
It's interesting here that here he is, Tompkins is taking the kicks, not Charnley. I think he's got a strapping on his right knee, Charnley, so that might be the reason. There he is. Been prolific this year, prolific point scorer.
This should be a fairly simple task here for Sam Tompkins, right in front of the sticks. Into the teeth of a gale, though, supplied by the Leeds fans behind those posts, trying to put him off, but they do not succeed. It is 16 points to 6, and all predictions of this being a classic are living up to expectations.
Swart just goes up a little bit too quick. Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Back in.
Well, what a game, Jonathan. Terrific start.
Great game.
Here comes a kick, a little bit of confusion, but they eventually catch it clean in the shape of Ben Flower, the Welsh international who's on from the bench. And let's hear from a former New Zealand international who's on our bench today, Robbie Hunter-Paul. Robbie.
Well, what can I say? What an opening 20 minutes. Exactly what we wanted for this game. Wanted Leeds to come out and get a hold of the game and have Wigan chase them and put pressure. One of the things I reckon we need to keep an eye on Sam Tompkins. He played his part in all 3 of Leeds' tries, and I know as an outstanding player he'll be kicking himself. So keep your eye on him.
Here comes Hop. Tompkins is on the inside. Hop done it. The referee's fallen over. So is the fullback, and Hop will go the distance. Hop will go the distance. There's a little bit of afters there with Maguire, but it is a try.
And again, as I mentioned early on, I wasn't too sure that Leeds had worked out the fringe defence. They came up quickly, but they've got to come up together. There was a massive hole there, and Hawk just cruised into it. Just watch, there's a dummy run. They've got no number. Sinfield goes in. Callum Watkins stays out. Inside support by Tompkins. He rounds Hardaker so easy.
Well, how confident was he there? Because the inside ball to Tompkins was a 99%er, wasn't it? But he decided to take the fullback himself.
But just watch the damage. The dummy runner goes through. So many numbers on the outside. Sinfield, they targeted Sinfield once again. That's a very good finish by a man in form.
Just a little bit of nonsense at the end, nothing too bad. 16-10. And a kick to come. And they're enjoying a very special semi-final here so far today. Made his debut in this competition, Sam Tompkins, as so many do. Against Whitehaven. It was Brian Noble who gave him that debut, if memory serves. 5 tries against Whitehaven in the Challenge Cup. Announced himself in rather spectacular fashion.
That was a great try, I have to say. Been very impressed with their distribution. So clinical.
So Tompkins with a kick, and no problems. Pat Richard, their number 1 kicker, out injured. Charnley, their number 2 kicker, off duty today, but Tompkins stepping in, and he's put 2 over. 16-12 the scoreline now.
There we are. Again, Finch in control, but everything is done so well. The dummy runners, the second line of attack, they hold their length, they hold their depth. The passing is clinical. It's just very difficult to defend, and I think they are brilliant at doing it. Now let's see the character in this Leeds side.
Well, for the start they made, the difference is only 4 points now, which is absolutely nothing. Here comes McAlorum, inside for O'Loughlin. Just again with that honest carry. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it.
No,
the referee's seen that, and he's going to give the scrum head and feed Leeds his way. So another mistake and another platform to build here from Leeds.
A little bit of a breather now for Leeds, because they were under the cosh. Swatch as he goes to deck. Yep, loses the ball.
Sam, head in. Red, get near the pole. Robbie, head in. Heads in. Out.
Don't forget, you can join us on the Red Button Forum at the end of this game, by the way, and if you want to get in touch with your questions, rugbyleague@bbc.co.uk, or tweet us, #BBC Rugby League. It's at 7:30 today. Here's Sinfield. You score, we score so far today.
Wait here, Liam. Bring back the 10. Go.
Burrow. Maguire. Pushing himself through the gap and almost getting there and putting it out to Ryan Hall. Hall for the corner, scores!
What a great finisher this guy
They'll
is.
put the square in the air. No, they won't. He's confident. I thought he might have gone for the video referee, but he's absolutely confident. Ryan Hall's reputation goes before him. Give him an inch, he'll take a yard. And he scores his 99th Leeds try.
Danny Maguire burst the tackle here. Gets the offload. This is the mistake. I think it's Loughlin who makes a mistake. But just watch. Very unusual to see when he offloads, breaks the tackle. That's a great pass, and again, what a tremendous finish. Tremendous finish. Fantastic work with Danny McGuire. You don't see him usually breaking tackles, he's usually the support player. But once this guy has a chance, it's a great finish once again.
Well, he's shown in anybody's company he's comfortable in the corner, isn't he? Ryan Hall, we saw it against the Australians at Wembley Stadium last year, and he's carried on doing that on a regular basis. 20 points to 12, kick to come. Where's this one going to finish, Tyler? Where is this going to finish?
That's a great game, isn't it? Just the response you wanted if you were a Leeds fan.
Sinfield, concentration. Two words often to be found in the same sentence. Over it, it's wide though. He's put it wide from that left-hand side. So 20 points to 12 is the difference, thanks to Ryan Hall's second try of the day.
There we are, from the mistake. Danny McGuire makes the tackle, goes between two players. Lovely offload. What a great finish. A lot to do.
How many tries have we seen? 6 tries so far in this game.
Oops.
We've not played half an hour yet. What happened to defending?
Make sure behind.
Well,
we're not complaining. It's a terrific entertainment. Here comes the start again. Leeds looking to get out of trouble, but Wigan meeting them with a bit of mighty muscle to make sure that they're kept as close to their own goal line for as long as possible. Tanya has news on the touchline. Tanya.
I got Pat Richards from Wigan with me. Pat, what do you make of the game so far?
Yeah, it's been at a frantic pace so far. You know, I think Leeds have capitalised on a few of our mistakes, but I think it's been a good game so far. But you know, full credit to Leeds at the moment.
You're certainly not a team whose heads are going to drop, though, are they?
No, that's right. You know, we showed in a little patch there that when we get our plays on, we're quite effective. So just getting back and completing a few sets and getting into a good field position, and you know, we should be all right.
Pat, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Good kick from Burrow, terrific kick from Burrow. The chase is just about good enough, Ablett. Running on to Charlie, but they start from there again. Wigan 10 metres from their own line. A lot of hard labour to get through. So Lachlan just juggling with it. Oh, and the pass is a shocker from McAlorum, and it has been lost. Picked up by Lowaki, but not before a knock-on. Well, they're off colour, the Cherry and Whites today.
yes, yes. A few mistakes, just watch. That's a poor pass, McAlorum. Yeah, knock on, I think.
So 4 errors apiece.
Lowaki, but
Call me then, please.
McAlorum is very, usually so solid as well.
Only 5.
Does the basics extremely well, no flash.
Leeds fans in good voice, and well they might be.
Move! Wait here, boys, wait!
5
Wait.
tackles from here. 30 metres away from that Wigan line.
2, move!
Up and played by Griffin. Here comes Maguire. Now it's taken on by Ian Kirk.
Move!
Well, they've got a
Wait,
terrific
Harrison.
position
Wait.
here. Options right and left. Burrow's going to go left. Puts it out to Jones Buchanan. Across the line.
Move!
Wigan's defenders hanging on here. Burrow's up there at dummy half again. Little pick-up, short pass. Back it comes. Sinfield now. Sinfield tries to create the gap. A bit of an overlap created. Ben Jones Bishop from a standing start tries to take them on. Wigan's defence had scrambled across there for the 5th tackle of this set. Here comes the last. Sinfield spends a kick, spinning away. Charlie goes up. Hall goes up. Hall for the hat-trick. Lost it. Tompkins picks it up, and Tompkins gets about 10 yards away, but offside. Penalty for Leeds here.
I think it's offside or stealing, I'm not sure what he said. Oh, that's interesting.
Wait there, wait!
So penalty and another set for Leeds. Bailey clattering it in, and almost.
He
Well, the
thinks he
referee's put
scored.
the square in. He thinks he's scored. He thinks he might have scored here. And Ryan Bailey is celebrating in the manner of a man who's confident. Yes, I've scored, he says.
He knows.
But we can't take his word for it.
I think it's a try straight away. Let's have a look. From the player's reaction, you've got to give it a try. Arm comes loose. Try.
Only has to touch the whitewash. Only has to touch that line to be a try. So has it touched that line? Yes, it has.
Just, yeah. But just is enough. Interesting, the penalty. I'd like to see that penalty decision once again.
Steve Ganson, finger on the button, presses try. It's another Leeds try. They've already scored 5 this afternoon. And they lead now 24 points to 12.
Well, well, well.
Well, this was the penalty.
There we are, just watch. 2 man in a tackle, he says, and then he said it's clear.
He said play on, he said play on.
Just
here.
watch, 2 man in a tackle. That's, I tell you what, when a guy's going for the try, I think that's a very harsh call on the Leeds fans. And there's a try, simple, he goes in, runs, spins.
Wait there, fellas.
The two, what do you think, Dave? That's very, when a guy's going for the try and the ball is in one hand, it's up to the player carrying the ball that makes the ball secure, not the defender, I feel. That's a good call for Leeds, a poor call for Wigan.
Sinfield puts it over. 26 points to 12. Let's have a look at this again. I'm interested to see this again.
He goes for it. Like he makes a tackle, 1-2. Loughlin can't leave the ball get. He can't leave his arm go there, can he? Loughlin can't leave his arm go or he scores.
Kirk taking it forward.
What, move! Okay, Allison.
8 minutes to half
Leave
time.
your hand in, Liam. Move, line.
This is Burrow. Jones Buchanan.
They'll be just be saying now, close the set, let's get down there.
Burrow. Oh, look at that from Rob Burrow. Devastating step. Support from Maguire.
Oh,
Maguire's caught by Charlie. 5 years ago, try.
No,
But
great
Charlie's got back there to support. And Rob Burrow
Fifth tackle.
on the fifth.
Rob Burrow has been fantastic this first half.
Here comes Sinfield, little grubber kick. It's read by Tompkins, who was hoping it would go dead. It hasn't done. And he's caught in goal. It'll be a drop out underneath the sticks.
Great defensive play by Tompkins and Charlie. But I felt that Rob Burrow, he was waiting for the standoff to get on his other shoulder. He's looking at him. Charlie and Tompkins communicating. That's a great tackle. So Danny Maguire was looking to get on the inside.
Not dissimilar to the kind of terrific running that Rob Burrow produced in the grand final last year for a couple of tries, of course. One he scored, one he created.
He's been brilliant there first half. He's given the ball, he's been there at every ruck, he's been quick, he's varied it.
Tompkins drop out. It's going to be another set of 6 for Wigan to defend. Another wave of blue and amber attack here.
Move! Back in, Michael. Wait,
7 minutes to the break. Hardaker's the dummy half. Inside for Darryl Griffin. Used to play here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Huddersfield Giant player. Here comes Burrow. Delaney.
On 10. 3. Move! Okay, hold the 10.
Bailey, who's the dummy half. Sinfield, the man on the inside. Here's Hardaker. Across to Maguire. Maguire out to this left-hand side, and Ablett trying to make a bit of a room for either himself or his winger, but the defenders are there to choke him down and stop him. Still 5 metres away. Bailey. Back it goes to
5 away!
that inside channel.
Last tackle.
Maguire's well dealt with. Sinfield's kick.
Great kick.
Oh, it's a big reach, and Ben Jones Bishop will claim that. Mid-air acrobatics has given him a second try of the piece. Leeds are up to 30, and Wigan don't know what's hit them.
As we said before the game, if there's one side who turn up on the day and can beat anyone, it's Leeds. What a first half performance. Everything they've done have come off. That's a great kick and a tremendous take. Superb try.
Wow.
What a great try. Great athleticism, great skill, great finish. They've had a great couple of seasons, Super League final, but I think this is the best performance I've ever seen from a Leeds side. First half performance has been amazing. I think one mistake maybe from a Danny Maguire knock on, and that has been it. They have been so clinical.
Well, they were a little slow out of the blocks in the Wembley final last year, weren't they, when Wigan had won the game before they really got themselves into it, and they almost got back into contention, but not quite. Well, today, quite the reverse. Out of the blocks like lightning. It's a Usain Bolt type performance from Leeds. Sinfield, and again he's away from the target just enough. He hits the post, but 30 points to 12. Brian McDermott, in his dreams last night, might have had this scenario, but in no other situation could you have imagined Leeds 30, Wigan 12 at this stage, could you?
He attacks the ball, doesn't he? That's a great finish. Very difficult, no matter how good you are. If the kick is there and you compete for it, it can come down anyway.
So what have Wigan got here? What have those in cherry and white got to muster in the 4 and a bit minutes that remain to this first half, the 40 minutes in the second half? Will Leeds carry on running away with it, or will Wigan find a way back?
Well, as we said before, momentum is key in a game or in sport. We've seen it in the swing of momentum in the first half. They've just got to close this first half down now, Leeds, not concede any points, go in, 18 points in front, and then start again.
Sean Lunt's on the field now, but Rob Burrows still out there as well. Lunt from dummy half, kicked away by Sinfield.
Very good kick again, Sinfield. Kill the game, don't leave Tompkins have the ball. But I'm surprised, he's the only kicker that Leeds have used in this first half. And Wigan, they've been very lethargic, they haven't put pressure on him whatsoever.
There's Big Earl Crabtree. I think he's working for BBC Radio today. And he'll be hoping for a good game tomorrow. It's Huddersfield Giants up against Warrington, of course, which you can see on BBC 2 tomorrow, 5:15. We're on out, 5:30 kickoff.
I don't think he'll be looking as cool and relaxed tomorrow, will he?
No.
One, move! Ready. Wait! Go.
Here's Flower. Looking for a way through.
Move! Hold it, hold!
McAlorum. And by Luaki, but never any chance of him getting into his stride. He was well met by those Leeds defenders. Wigan's pack just haven't had a chance to assert themselves here today, have
well,
they?
it's possession, 65% in favour of Leeds, and territory. The two key strike runners.
Oh, that's a good ball from Finch, and spun onto it by Liam Farrell. Farrell has scored, or the pass was not good. Kicked on by Flower. Flower chases it. Has he got the touchdown?
That's a great finish by Flower. Tremendous.
Against all the odds. The pass was a shocker.
It was a shocker, you're right. He absolutely blew that try, didn't he, Farrell? But somehow Flower gets the boot to it, and that's a great finish by Ben Flower.
Well, great presence of mind and great footwork here. Good break in the first instance, the short pass, Farrell away.
That's a poor tap. He should have thrown a dummy, but what a great finish. What a great finish. Again, Finch, lovely ball, measured ball. Jamie Jones-Buchanan misses his man again, and that's a great volley. Good finish, and that will give Wigan all the impetus they want for the second half.
If that had gone to hand, he might have been tackled short, because there were defenders all around him.
I think he would have.
It was almost the best option there, wasn't it?
If you look at it, I think Farrell should have thrown the dummy, but two forwards.
What are you saying? Not a brain cell between them? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Two forwards?
Lack of pace to finish, maybe, so the skills weren't there. He should have thrown the dummy and gone under the sticks, Farrell himself. We'll see it in the replay now, Dave.
Well, Tompkins shouldn't miss this, and doesn't miss this. 30 points to 18. Incredibly high-scoring semi-final here. And 12 points to difference. That was a very important score just before the break.
Just watch. It's a lovely ball. Spins in a tackle. He throws a dummy, he scores. Just watch. He throws a dummy, he throws a poor pass, goes to foot, and he finishes extremely well. What the first half of rugby we've had.
Well, they're two prop forwards of the old school.
Yeah.
Doughty, Lancastrian, a Goa Yorkshireman, and I think they might be a little purple in the dressing rooms at half-time. Harrison Hansen.
It's been a great game of a great half of rugby league, but Leeds will be thinking, you know, every time they've attacked, they've scored. Whereas Wigan haven't really been in the game, have they? They haven't been in the game, and yet they've got 18 points. That's the worry for Leeds in the second half.
They're only 2 scores behind.
Yeah.
Tompkins, little chip over the top, looks for the bounce, collects it. No, he doesn't. It's missed, but Hardacre's knocked it on. But before that, there was a penalty because one of the Wigan players in the chase is being pulled at. Now the clock has gone.
Go for goal.
So the next time we're in play, the hooter will sound.
You've got to go for goal. It's 12 points at the moment, so they need two converted tries to get equal. They go for goal. They have to go for goal.
He scored a spectacular try against Wakefield last week. Sam Tompkins, similar. He actually caught it and chipped it again. 2 chips over the top.
10 metres, fellas, from it. No. Jamie.
Well, this is a big moment here because the mathematics of the situation. If he kicks this, 10 points the difference, and of course 2 tries, 2 goals.
Yeah.
Gives Wigan a lead. And there's the hooter, belatedly sounding. So we know that once this ball goes dead here, that's the end of the half. And we can all get a bit of our breath back. That's been astonishing.
Who's your money on, Dave?
Jamie!
In the words of John Keir, if you lent me 20 quid, I might have a dabble, but if it's my own money, I'm keeping it in my pocket. Sam Tompkins, big kick, 40 metres out. In the 40th minute, has kicked it very well, very well, and a fitting finale to what has been an absolutely breathtaking first half. 2 tries for him, 2 tries for the man on the other side, a plethora of tries all around. It means that Leeds are leading by 30 points to 20 at half-time.
What a match, what a contest, what a half. Sinfield's kick, Tompkins couldn't take it. Ryan Hall scored within 4 minutes. Another 40-20 from Sinfield gave great possession. Ben Jones-Bishop going through. Josh Charnley made a mistake. Zach Hardacre scored. 16-0. Leeds led. That's more than Wigan have been averaging and shipping points all season. Extraordinary. But Wigan hit back. 2 tries for them. Ryan Hall again. His highlights will make the highlights. 2012 Leeds led, and then 26-12. 6 tries in total for Leeds. Utterly incredible before Flower Power came to the rescue right at the end despite the low pass. Ben Flower scoring for Wigan. So we have had a first half of 9 tries and 50 points. The sun is out. I don't know what is happening. We're all catching our breath. Unbelievable rugby league. And an awful lot of people watching, getting in touch with us via Twitter and email to say this is just stunning, simply stunning. We're going to have an awful lot to analyse, and we will do that in a moment or two after we hear from Tanya Arnold with Robbie.
I have to say, down here, the atmosphere absolutely fantastic. Robbie, sum that one up for me.
Right, where do you start? I mean, if any other Super League teams in the whole competition are watching, this is how you play against Wigan. You take the game to them. Now, I was wondering, you know, what's going to happen. Wigan, the thing about Wigan is that they're used to dominating the game this season from minute 1 all the way through to minute 80. And what they're finding themselves at the moment is chasing the game. Leeds came out, they really poured it on them, they opened the can, they poured it all over Wigan, 16 points up within 20 minutes. Then Wigan had to chase the game. Then Leeds came back into the game, and Wigan looking at themselves, they're having to chase the game again. I think that's what's going to make the next 40 minutes extremely exciting.
Will, though, Leeds have dominated, as you say, but Wigan are so in this still. Will that worry Leeds that they've dominated, yet Wigan have managed to score a lot of points too?
That's exactly right. I think 5 minutes before the half-time, I think it was 30 points to 12. That looks very different. But going in at half-time, they score a try, and then they get that penalty kick with a conversion as well. It's 30 points to 20. It's only 10 points against a team like Wigan. What Leeds need to do is come out and take the game back to them, pour it back on them again, and make Wigan start to be frightened a little bit and start pushing and making those mistakes that we saw Leeds force them into doing defense because of their great defense throughout the first half.
Can't wait for the second half. What a cracker.
Geez, if the second half lives up to that, I don't know, what we might be in for one of the best rugby league matches ever. Let's have a look at possession. Well, Leeds completely dominated that. 61% total territory as well. Look at the errors made. Wigan with 6, Leeds with 4, and that's a bit harsh on them, to be fair. Tackle completion rate pretty high for both. Penalties conceded exactly the same. Just an extraordinary half, and Ian Millwood and Brian Noble watching this with me, and actually Robbie making the point there, you still can't call it because there's only 10 points in it, and Sean Wayne will have an awful lot to say to his Wigan players.
I think we thought it was a 2020 cricket game there in the first half with the amount of points, but you know, you've got to admire some of the skill in the game, but also both teams, Wigan are renowned for their defence, so to allow that many points, and if you look at Leeds, the amount of possession they have to have that many points. If you look at the amount of possession Wigan have had, to score 20, they've done extremely well. But I think the question we're going to ask ourselves and all those coaches out there in TV land is, Leeds defensively on the edge haven't sorted the problem out when Gareth Hock, all the other second rower on the other side, Hansen, charge through. Their defence is all at sea. And the reason they haven't been exposed over long periods, they've had all the ball.
He's not overly impressed, is he, Sean Wayne?
No, he's not.
The only defence out there is going around the field at the moment.
Oh, he's furious, but the adrenaline must be so high for both sides with that many tries being scored.
It's certainly unusual for Wigan because they're efficient, they get numbers in the tackle. We haven't seen that, and that's credit to Leeds. Their big blokes have been going forward, which has given Rob Burrow a heck of a lot of space, and it's put Wigan on the back foot for the whole of that first half. They've dominated possession because of the amount of tries they scored and their early kicking game, and Leeds will be fairly relaxed in there. They'll be looking for improvement.
Don't they? I mean, I love these dressing room shots. I just think that body language says so much, and Brian McDermott there not actually saying anything yet.
He needs to mention a couple of things because this team in red and white will come back, cherry and whites. But you know, I think they've got the message now. I think they appreciate that they've probably not been where they've been. But Leeds need to reinforce a couple of serious messages because 10 points ain't enough against this team.
Keep in mind, we look at an analogy from a coaching point of view. When you have the ball, you need to complete 75% of your sets. They're at 65%, Wigan. He's saying that we've got to get that up over 80 to win this game. But I like Brian McDermott the way they started the game. He started Burrow, who's normally started off the interchange bench, and they very much exposed Wigan around the rucks. Wigan are renowned for getting off their line. And if you look here from a mistake, Singfield's pinpoint accuracy. Now, we both commented we thought here that Charnley looked a little bit off the pace. Tompkins, a hard catch, but the presence of support, a kick's only as good as a chase.
Yeah, you got plenty. You got 3 blue shirts against 2 red and white shirts, cherry and white shirts, and when Sam makes a bit of a hash of that one, then there are 3 Leeds players in there to pick up the spoils and get themselves. And it's just the start they needed. The point that Ian's making is Wigan love a good start. They love to be in charge. They love to be dominant, and Leeds took that away from them. Now they're going to have to do the same thing in the second half.
Now Sam Tompkins may be on the end of some of this from Sean Wayne, because while that mistake maybe was forgivable, it was a very difficult catch to take. This wasn't. I mean, to not know that Sinfield was in the position for the 40-20, why did he let it go out?
Yeah, he's misread it. He obviously thinks he's outside the 40 or it's too near to the sideline that he doesn't want to toy with. I have to say it's a fabulous kick and it gives them field position to... They get Gelling on the outside here. He's a little bit too tight on his centre, Carmont there, and when Danny Maguire skips out and he just leaves his winger, Jones Bishop, with a clear walk in as Gelling. It's too much, and here's the angle. George Carmont gets exposed. And it's a
Brian, if
great
you look
finish.
at that, you look at Finch and
Yeah.
Carmont, two experienced campaigners, composure in their defence, staying together with a young winger.
Yeah.
He's like a rabbit in the headlights. He's saying, oh, which way should I go?
Now, you said Josh Charney was looking a little ginger, which he was from the beginning, and he dropped it to allow Zach Hardacre the chance to score here. Great offload from Jamie Peacock, by the way.
It didn't look fluid, you know. They got good kick pressure there, did the Cherry and Whites and Wigan, and you know, a great catch from Josh Charney, but it just looks a bit not quite there, doesn't it, with his movements, and then ricochets the ball and not quite a strong enough carry. That's a great call from play on, and Leeds capitalise that, and there's a forward pass that Sam Tompkins is begging the referee to give instead of being in the line and making that play. If he concentrates on the play there, he makes the tackle.
Can I just ask you something, though? Why would that not go to the video ref then in a forward pass situation?
You
Does that
can't
not?
rule on a forward pass. You can rule on every other, majority of incidents in a game, but a forward pass, you can't, because you can't get the right camera angle. It's very hypothetical. So, no, it's play on. The referee's on the right thing.
But Sam Tompkins at fault for trying to encourage the whistle and not playing.
I think it was clearly a forward pass. That's really frustrating for a player. Had Sam Tompkins concentrated on making the tackle on the offload, they may not have scored their Leeds. However, they did, and that's got to be down to not Sam Tompkins' error, but his lack of concentration.
Now, to be fair to Tompkins, he was the one that led the charge as Wigan tried to get back into the match. I mean, he's slippery like an eel. Look at him. This defies physics.
He just gets into so many positions, loose positions, and then he's strong enough to give Jamie Jones a great see-off in your face and gets them the scrum at the end. And Jamie Jones again he's so worried about the people out of the back of the line, is Jamie Jones, because instead of tackling the person in front of him, so he's worried about what's going to happen outside the back of him. And when he comes in, George Carmont is on him. It's a great catch, and he's straight through Jamie Jones's tackle, and it's a great finish from George Carmont.
Close range for George Carmont. In contrast, look at Gareth Hook. I mean, he's running 60 metres here.
This just epitomises what Ian has said, that we haven't quite cured who we should be tackling when we should be tackling them. So the Leeds team, if anything, Brian McDermott has to concentrate on who's going to take who in defence, because they just create the numbers on the outside with Finch, and Gareth Hook from there is. Maybe he should have passed on the inside out. I think they kicked the goal.
We say to players, stay together, work as a unit, work together. We've got players getting upstream in front of the inside defender, so it's extremely hard to see what he's doing and who he's on. And where the threat is, they don't seem to be identifying the threat. They seem to be more worried about, like Brian said, Tompkins out the back, or I've got to get to my man. Deal with the threat, stay together.
Interesting, at that point, it was 16-12, and you're starting to think, hello, you know, Wigan will still do this. They'll still go to half-time in front. But I mean, Leeds were stunning then. I mean, they were extraordinary the way they kept going.
Right, it's like one of these boxing matches where you think he's out on the ropes this kid, and then they come back. It's on back of a mistake from Wigan, you know, knock on. I think it's Sean O'Loughlin, and gives Leeds field position again. And normally you have to work so hard to get field position on Wigan, but you know, Danny Maguire skipping through and unleashing Ryan Hall in the corner, and he's too big and too strong, and he's going to finish from there.
His hair's working, isn't it?
Well, it certainly worked for him there. I mean, they didn't tackle him, did they? But that's down to Danny Maguire. That's a money ball from Danny. He skipped and found some space, but that's an unbelievable finish with 3 Wigan defenders on him trying to get him out the sideline. Great play from Ryan Hall.
Well, you can spot him with the new blonde hair, and bear in mind 6 tries in that first half for Leeds, and every part of their game working. Rob Burrow being pretty crucial in the middle there, and Kevin Sinfield kicking beautifully, and they may not be on the board as try scorers, but they're certainly doing their bit to make the tries.
What we're looking there, we're looking to see if the referee got it right here. When there's 2 in the tackle, it's a penalty. You're not allowed to strip the ball. But Jonathan made a really good point during the commentary. You know, you've got to deny someone from scoring a try here.
I don't think it was a penalty, is what we're saying. I think he's pulled his arm. They've every right to pull his arm. But from the penalty, they need to do better than that, Wigan. So a couple of things that they're in control of, those concentration elements that we saw from Sam Tompkins, and there with 3 defenders on the line, are not the issue. They'll focus on, or could focus on, the forward pass to Jamie Peacock, or maybe not the penalty that they should have got there in relation to losing the ball on Ryan Hall. So get back to what you're good at.
Let's just have a look at the second try for Ben Jones-Bishop, because the kick here from Sinfield again is just perfect.
What a catch, though.
Oh,
he
yeah.
goes up and
Do you know, a couple of these kicks, look, he practices more than anyone, Kevin Sinfield, and he gets rewards for it. But that wouldn't be just a kick and hope. He would have done that hundreds of times during the week, they would have practiced catching it 100 times during the week. And that's a skill now from a winger. A winger's changed a lot. A winger's now got to be acrobatic in the air. He's got to have great hands in the air. He's got to reach out for tries. Here we're going back again. We talk about every time they go to this edge play where they what we call have a lead runner and a runner out the back. They don't defend on it. And you look on that one there, straight, I think it was Jamie Jones Buchanan. You could see Tompkins. And we talk about great players creating threats off the ball. He creates that. And that would be majority of Brian's half-time talk is about field position. So you deny that play, but also how are we going to defend that play better? Because if they defend that, the scoreline is probably not indicative of how well Leeds have played. I'm quite surprised it's only a 10-point difference. I think that's a big worry for Leeds.
We can't possibly have another 50 points in the second half. So they've got to tighten up a bit, haven't they?
I think you'll see a slow down now and a lot more defence, because as much as we say both teams have got to score to win, defence will win the second half now.
Well, listen, there is so much to discuss, and there will be once the second half is in, the match is actually finished and we know who's into the final. So do get in touch, rugbyleague@bbc.co.uk or on Twitter. Just put hashtag BBC Rugby League and masses of comments already. I will try to get through a lot of them in the Red Button Forum. That's coming up at 7:30 when we come off air here on BBC Two. But if you're tuning in and flicking through the channels and going, oh, what's this then? This is as good a game as rugby league as you will ever see. And let's see if we've got more to come in the second half. Leeds are leading 30 points to 20 against the hot favourites, Wigan. It's the semi-final of the Challenge Cup. And here is part 2 with Dave Woods and Jonathan Davis.
It's also a game that is dripping in history as well, isn't it? They both have fantastic pedigrees in this competition. Wigan 18 times cup winners, 1924 the first time they lifted perhaps the most famous trophy in the world of rugby league, and Leeds 11 times winners, but they've got a little more history. 1910 the last time they won this famous old trophy, but 1999 the last time they won it. 13 years they've been there in finals since. I think they've lost 5 of the last 12. Well, they'd love to win it, they'd love to get there, first step, and Wigan love to get there as well. And it's all up for grabs.
Wow, look at that, the sun's out as well. Nice to see the sun.
Here's Jones Buchanan. His opening stages really important, setting a platform for the rest of this game. Taken on by Delaney.
Yeah, as I said in the first half, I think it was a great first half. I thought Leeds were exceptional, and only to be 10 points in front at half-time would have been a bit of a shock, because they did dominate that game, but just shows the attacking threats of this Wigan side, and I think they have to pick up the defence. The fringe defence is going to be key in the second half. Hock and Tompkins will be targeting the inside man of both centres. That's what they'll be trying to do.
Tanya Arnold, what news from the touchline?
Well, Sean Wayne has been fairly blunt with his team, said the defence was woeful. They have to tighten up on the tackles. For God's sake, they had a total lack of composure in that first half, and that they said that they were lucky to be within 10 points, and they've got to just step up. Leeds really disappointed that they let in a couple of soft tries, and those 12 points could be crucial. They should have kept on top of the game when they had Wigan on the run, but Brian McDermott happy that they're working hard and doing some of the things they've been doing in training all week, and they've got to keep doing that.
Here comes Hardaker.
And again, a poor finish in that set for Wigan. Good yard is with a kick straight into Hardaker's hands. I think they miss Lulai offensively, but certainly defensively as well, because he makes some big hits.
It's one of the biggest hitters in the game, isn't he?
He is.
Here comes Griffin. There he is on the sidelines at the moment. Injured and out.
Good player, what a player he is.
That's Kirk, who's taken it inside the Wigan half. Sean Lunt's the man at dummy half, on loan from Huddersfield. Burrow, Maguire, Ablett. Can't get the arms free because 2 defenders onto him and putting him down, and that's the 5th. Here comes the last. Burrow spinning it back into Sinfield, and Sinfield sends it high, and Jones Buchanan has gone sniffing after this, but it's gone wide across the field, and Gelling's caught it.
That's a good take, that is, because the sun was in his eyes as well.
There's a rawness about Anthony Gelling, isn't there? Commando side from Sydney Roosters. And he is capable of some very big plays.
Well, these wingers are getting bigger and bigger now, aren't they? Ryan, Hall, Gelling.
There's Finch.
Massive.
Billy Boston, he was a tiny scrap of a player, wasn't he? Here's Tompkins. Away to Luwaki. This is Golding now, looking to stand up Danny Maguire, but Maguire's got his number and puts him down. Charnley now picks up a dummy half. O'Loughlin. Finch. Carmont puts his foot down and tries a little bit of acceleration, but the gap ahead of him closed quickly. On the last, Tompkins back to Finch. Finch will put the kick high. Where's this coming down? Where's this coming down? Hardacre's underneath it. How long did that spend in the air?
What a take, though. Great take, Hardacre, under intense pressure.
But a good kick, because it means that Leeds have got a lot of work here now. 2 tackles.
Just watch this defence now. We're going to switch it on. I wouldn't be surprised if the early kick came in just to relieve the pressure.
Wait.
Here's Kirk. Wigan defenders working hard here to make sure there are no little offloads, no little slip runs. 4 tackles gone. They want Leeds to kick from deep inside, and this is a very good position from Wigan's point of view. Keeps the options down to the touchline. Sinfield, they try to close it down. Carmont got very close with the dive, but it's a very good kick in the circumstances. Charnley has to take his time, picks it up safely, but the chase is on, and he's only up to the 20-metre mark, so great kick and good chase by Leeds.
Yeah, good kick once again, split the full-back and the wingers. Oh, Gelling.
Here's McAlorum. Finch. Sinfield. Up there, the shoulder goes in from Lunt as well.
That's what Leeds fans want to see. Finch taken with the ball in his hands.
Luwaki stretching away from Griffin, but there are more there, waiting just behind. It's Farrell. Who's he going to pass to? McAlorum. Spun away to this left-hand side, and Hawk puts the ball under his shoulder. Little offload back to Finch. Finch spinning across that line. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. Farrell's knocked on. Maguire has it out across the Hall. Hall tries to step past Charnley. Charnley and Harrison Hansen do the job.
They're not going forward, are they? That's the thing. They're not going forward. They're just offloading ball.
Slowing it down. Burrow now.
Big chance for Leeds now. Good field position from that turnover ball.
Up to Burrow.
2.
Sean Way can only look on. He's had his say at half-time. Now he's hoping his team can respond, but it's Leeds who are in prime position just at the moment. This is Lunt. Burrow. Jones Buchanan. 10 metres away, and still tackles in the bag. A couple of tackles left here. Lunt again. Sinfield puts it onto Ablett. Ablett tries to urge his way through, but he's held up.
Good angle by Ablett there.
Here comes the last. It's going to be from dummy half, but Wigan's defenders are going to keep Lunt at bay.
Yeah, good dart there. Very explosive out of the play of the ball.
Wait!
Well, he wasn't far, was he? He wasn't far away. Held up over the line. In fact, that's why the play of the ball was 10 metres back.
Move! Wait! Go.
This is Luwaki.
I will too. Move! Wait! Yep.
Just a little swing of the arm from Makadami Luwaki. He wasn't happy with something. Here's Farrell.
Third tackle.
The Leeds fans are making all the noise at the moment. Their side leading by 30 points to 10. O'Loughlin. Tompkins. Pushing one away, has a go at Maguire, gets it out to Golding to Charnley, hauls across there, just acts as a speed bump really, as does Burrow, but there are more to make sure that Charnley is going to be held up. Tompkins, Charnley's hurt, Finch, Tompkins, back to O'Loughlin, right across the line. They're not going very far forward at the moment. Hawk tries to change that, gets it away to Carmont, good handling. Keeping it alive. Carmont now with a step. There's a bit of nonsense going on between Delaney and one of the Wigan players. I think it was Gareth Hawk again. Here comes Finch with a kick.
Surprise.
Just settles things down with a kick to touch that gives Leeds head and feet at the scrum, but only 10 metres from their own line, so Wigan's defenders will be hoping to get on top here.
Yes, as Charnley strapped up. Just feel that you know, you look at Sean when he's going, they aren't going forward, are they? That's the thing. You see Finch usually in games have a far bigger influence. He hasn't today. And that's what Wigan supporters want to see. Finch, ball in hand with options.
Another front row getting in a bit of a ruckus here.
Michael, cool it.
You've seen this now, they're all defending in the line. Tompkins is in the scrum, straight from the scrum, a long kick and chase. I know it's on the first tackle, but it does relieve pressure.
Wait! Go.
Here comes Peacock.
Good defence.
Don't forget, another good game tomorrow as well. The second semi-final, live from the Salford City Stadium. Warrington against Huddersfield on air. BBC 2, 5:15. It kicks off at 5:30 tomorrow. Lunt. Jones Buchanan. They were in all sorts of strife just a few weeks ago, Leeds, losing form and losing their place in the top 8, but they've won the last 4. They've got their form there in the league, and they're getting their form in the cup as well. Delaney inside. Oh, there's a hand from McAlorum onto Zach Harnaker. The referee says play on, and the try is a good one. McAlorum desperately tried to intercept that, and all he did was push it into the path of Harnaker. It's another Leeds try. Back in the driving seat.
I'd like to see this again because it looked like a knock-on. I'm not sure. The referee has signalled set another 6. Let's see what happens here. Again, it's that man Barrow, goes across. Delaney, centre row, but he used to play in the centre. Cuts inside Hock. Oh, does Maguire knock that on? Let's see, it's definitely...
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
It's both 2 knock-ons. Well, it's not a knock-on, Makora. He touches the ball, he's going, that is a knock-on.
McAlorum was knocking it backwards the way he was playing.
He was.
But Maguire seemed to get a hand in there.
Definite knock-on.
But Hardaker's try's given.
Yep, hey, play the whistle again. And if anything, there's been a few decisions that have favoured Leeds, but you need a little bit of luck in the cup run, and Leeds are riding theirs at the moment.
Sinfield puts it over. 4 successes from 7 attempts. 36 points to 20. And all the coaches can do is twitch in their seats, bark out the instructions and hope their players respond. But was this a knock-on?
Oh, clearly. Look where he is as well. Clear knock-on. Gosh, that's a poor decision. And that's what they think of it.
Well, there's about 5,000 video referees wearing cherry and white. But the video referee, his advice wasn't sought.
No.
And Leeds lead by 36 points to 20.
So, move! Hold it! Hold! Go.
3 scores the difference.
3. Move! Back here, boys.
Every time Wigan threatened to get back in this game. The Flower try, the Tompkins penalty just before the break. Leeds have a response. The kick's a good one. Just a little too long.
Yeah. They just got that, haven't they? They've got class players who can turn it on. Yes, you have dips in form, but the big game, the big match experience always comes through. And Leeds have shown that the last few seasons.
Tompkins up from dummy half. They're going to try to make the referee's mind up for him as Sinfield made the tackle. O'Loughlin. A danger of an overlap developing here. Wigan moving out to Golding. Golding now. Charlie on his outside. But good recovery in defence from Rob Burrow.
Burrow, yeah, brilliant.
Finch. O'Loughlin. A willing runner again here for Wigan. Gets his arms free. Nobody's round him. Nobody wanted it. 6th tackle. So Finch carries it. Throws it out wide. Golding now. Slides it in. Decent kick by him. Hall picks it up off the bounce.
I don't think that was the right option there. Should have given it kept the ball in hand because Ryan Hall had fallen back. He's played well, hasn't he, Hardacre at full back. And because of Brent Webb's injury, of course, but
Came as a winger.
Solid.
Came as a winger from Featherstone, didn't he? And we've seen him play a lot of the centres of leg inside Ryan Hall, but moved to full back. Brent Webb injured, so it's forced him there, but it's been a very good move, as you say.
One thing about Leeds, they know, they've scored all these tries. Their confidence will be high in any, it's opportunity. They'll want to sniff another try out. They know how dangerous Wigan are, but if they keep on scoring, it puts the pressure on them.
Sinfield's kick, out of play it goes. It'll be Wigan's head and feet, but in a defensive position. And we talked about Brent Webb. There he is, and I think we can hear from him now. He's talking with Tanya.
Brent, is this now about Leeds defending?
I don't know, I didn't hear you.
Is this about Leeds defending and keeping this tight now?
Well, it's always about defence, but you can't stop attacking. So, we'll take our chances when they come, and like that last try.
Young Zach Hardacre's doing pretty well in your position, isn't he?
But he's been fantastic the whole time I've been out, so I might struggle getting back in.
But you'd like him to get there and give yourself a chance, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely. So things look good.
Good luck, cheers.
Cheers.
Here's Tompkins. Wigan look to do the hard yards again.
Yeah, but I think Leeds forwards have beaten them in the hard yards today, They haven't had that go forward just to give Finch the platform that he's used to.
This is Farrell. He's a good player, isn't he, Liam?
Yeah.
Lima driving it in now. Over the halfway line. But that was a fit, so here comes the lads. McAlorum. Tompkins driving the kick downfield, hoping to drive Leeds backwards, but off one bounce, it's into the arms of Hardacre. Runs it back and welcomed by Lee Mossop and put down.
And he'll be happy taking the ball outside the 20. No, their kick and chase have been a little bit better as well.
Liam, come on, get his 10. Wait here. Go.
Young Stevie Ward on the field, the number 25 who we've just seen, the man they call Kevin, because we reckon he's the next Kevin Sinfield. It's a big reputation to live up to, isn't it?
It is.
Especially when the first Kevin Sinfield's still out there. Here comes Ryan Hall.
Move!
Rob Burrow. Up and away. Keeps them guessing. And then
away!
Takes a thumping challenge from McAlorum.
Up in the air it goes.
On the 6th, Sinfield spinning it end under end. Tompkins underneath it, keeps his eyes on it.
Well played. Well, you know the difference between the Leeds chase and the Wigan chase. Little things, good tackle.
Well, the Leeds fans are off their seats at the moment and cheering every bone-shaking tackle that's going in here. They're already celebrating.
I think it's a bit early yet.
Keep your shirts on, lads. Yeah. Just keep your shirts on. Here's Carmont.
Again, the extra man there.
Farrell pops it over the top. Gelling.
Move back in.
Very lateral, aren't they, Wigan? That's the thing. Very lateral.
Lima trying to make them a little more direct, but stopped on the 40-metre line. So on the 6th tackle again, they have to kick. Finch blasting it away. Hall's underneath it. Hardacre's underneath it. Big shot from Ryan Hall. This is mine, son. I'm going to have a go. Here he comes. Hits them back. And Golding with the tackle. Robbie Hunter-Paul. Thoughts so far?
I've got to say this, the Leeds backfield is absolutely fabulous at the moment. The defence is actually forcing Wigan to keep the ball alive, kick the ball high, and so the backfield can get the ball on the run, and they're able to do exactly what they're showing at this point in time. Create holes, get the Leeds on the front foot, and keep punching holes into this Wigan line and keep turning them around.
Here's Burrow. Dragged down by Mossop. Lunt, away to Peacock. Again, Peacock just driving it in there. Just the honest hard work down the middle. Now the fancy dance, you do your work. Sinfield with a kick. It's an interesting one. It's caught by Chandler.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure about that kick. I don't think Sinfield was as well.
Here's Golding. Still over 20 minutes to go, so we know how quickly a game can change. The third try lead disappears in the blink of an eye.
Good run there by Jack Hughes. That's what you want to do. Go forward first.
That was Finch. Carmont has got Hook to his left, but he's going to go inside to Tompkins. Farrell. Farrell's throw, almost. Ablett just got a hold of his ankle. Here comes McElaurin. Tompkins now. Little chip over the top. Chased by O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin on the bat. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And O'Loughlin's in at the corner. And Wigan state their case again.
Well, they need it again. The luck this time favours Wigan. The bounce of the ball just sits up O'Loughlin. Great chip. O'Loughlin, superb chase. They're back again. Just watch the inside runner, the bounce of the ball, never giving up on it. That's a very good finish.
Really well read here by Sean O'Loughlin, wasn't it? Because I think Tompkins was kicking for himself there, wasn't he? But yeah. O'Loughlin knew there was an opportunity.
Yeah. It's always better to kick for someone else because, you know, the one who's kicking it will get stopped or blocked. You can't stop everyone. O'Loughlin, inside support, lovely bounce.
He's 4 out of 4 so far today, isn't he, Sam Tompkins?
It's his toughest kick.
Well, there's a competition in terms of which set of fans can out-sing each other at the moment. Big kick here. 12 points the difference at the moment. 2 tries, 2 goals brings them level. Kicks this, 2 tries, 2 goals would give Wigan a lead. So they have to take everything they can. They put it wide though, he's put it wide. So 36-24, yeah. It remains. Still a job to do for his side, despite that try he's just scored.
There we are, the chip. He's blocked off by Ablett. Good support, good finish. Extra time? What do you think?
Well, it wouldn't be unprecedented, would it? That 2003 final that we were talking about earlier, Leeds St Helens, that went to extra time. That was a high-scoring affair. It was a day when a young Danny Maguire made his mark. He scored a couple of tries that day, didn't he? And then, if memory serves, he missed the final. 9 years ago. Good heavens. Where does time go? Wigan bringing it forward again here, looking to add a little bit of menace. O'Loughlin, Finch.
That's the play they're looking at.
Offloads to Tompkins. Tompkins away from Ablett, but Ablett never gives up and drags him down. McElaurin now picks up. It's going to be driven forward by Jim Lehman.
There we are. Better yardage this time, very quick play the ball.
O'Loughlin, Mossa. Delaney with a tackle.
This will go up again.
On the 5th, here comes the last. Finch chipping to the corner. Breakers across efficiently enough.
Yeah.
He's been driven back, he's been held, he's held. He's held.
I think the pressure is on there. This is now a good defensive effort by Wigan needed. But again, I prefer to see that, you know, it's a swirling wind, isn't it? So put the ball in the air for these full-backs.
Well, only now. All the Leeds players back behind the ball. There's a reminder of the red button forum. Rugby League at bbc.co.uk, the emails, and hashtag BBC Rugby League on Twitter. But look how Leeds are being penned here, just so close to their own line. They have to take these risky offloads. Bailey drives it in. But Wigan's defence on top just at the moment.
Yeah, you've got to scoot from the ball, play the ball, yeah.
Delaney.
5. Release!
So that's tackle 5, and they're still short of the 20. So Sinfield needs a big kick, gets it away.
Well, now then, he'll take the ball. Ooh.
Tompkins picks it up back to Charlie. Charlie will be somewhere near the halfway line when he's finally put down.
Oh, well,
and then it's carried back.
Trapped under, go.
Wigan's turn to be slow behind the ball. It's a contest that is taking it out of them all at the moment.
And as Ian Millwood said, you know, defences will be stronger because players will tire. It'll slow down a little bit.
O'Loughlin. Here's Finch. Oh, it's a difficult one for Gelling, and it's out of play. Another mistake, and we've seen how often these mistakes have been punished. Head and feet for Leeds at the scrum.
Not happy, is he? That's a poor pass by Finch.
Get the focus, fellas. That's the time.
8 errors made now by Wigan.
4 minutes, stay on! Okay, Kevin. Okay, Brent, wait there. Out!
Here's Callum Watkins.
Come on, move! Back in, Sean.
He's a fabulous talent, just needs a run.
Yeah,
All his injuries. Now Peacock.
Two. Move! Back here, hold it.
17 and a half fascinating minutes still to play.
3. Move!
Stevie Ward's put down. Robbie Burrow stands and waits at dummy half. Ryan Bailey's missed. It comes to Maguire. Maguire puts it onto Sinfield, who got an inside runner from Hardacre, but they were expecting it and they were there in numbers. So 2 to go in this set. Leeds on by Luluai, blasting it forward. Wigan's defenders hanging on.
Up he goes.
What do they produce here? Sinfield's going for a drop goal. It's a terrific strike for Kevin Sinfield, and tactically absolutely spot on. It's now a 3-score game. Wigan have to score 3 tries to win it from here.
Great kick. Top 2 inches, nothing else on. Pull in between the posts. Lovely, lovely kick.
Always thinking, always cool, and so often producing the goods. Kevin Sinfield, 37-24.
And also now, the clock. They'll have one eye on the clock, Wigan.
Surrender! 2.
I think we're going to hear from Brian Noble, who's with us today, of course. Brian Noble, what do you make of all this?
3.
Well, I think Leeds are playing particularly well, and I think being orchestrator-in-chief is Rob Burrow, with Kevin Sinfield as his master tactician. That's a great play at the end there, and they're very direct in and around the ruck, which has been troubling Wigan. And alternatively, Wigan are trying to pass around Leeds at the moment, where perhaps they'd still be patient enough to stick around the ruck to get themselves an opportunity to execute their skill properly. But Leeds look strong here at the minute.
Oh, here comes Ablett. Ablett to Maguire. Can't keep it in. Burrow can't dive for it. Picked up by Tompkins. Play on, says the referee. Tompkins is away. Almost. Almost. Back came Stevie Ward to make the tackle. Golding down the middle. So it's Hall.
Good tackle.
Wait. Go.
Yeah, I agree with Brian. You just feel that Wigan are trying a little bit too hard. You know, they've lost that little bit of composure.
How much does that drop goal just kick the stuffing out of them?
It does a lot, let me tell you.
The key thing of that, it never looked as though it was being set for a drop goal, did it? It wasn't obvious. Sinfield running it wide and popping it over from an angle. Here comes Hawk.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the game a lot, has he, Hawk?
5.
And he has been on fire.
This is the last. 6th tackle. Finch spins it away to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin puts it high. Holds the man who's underneath it, plants his feet, then follows it with the eyes.
And again,
Jumps, good take.
No challenge whatsoever. You've got to challenge for the ball. If you put the ball in the air, you have to challenge, because a player, you know, that calibre, Hall, is not going to drop it. You've got to get your hand in there or anything. I just sense that Leeds can sniff that Wembley final. They all want the ball. They're all carrying it. It's a simple game plan. They will get the yard and then Sinfield will step in.
Here's Maguire. Lovely dancing feet from him, but equally good response.
Yes.
In defence from Jack Hughes.
There he goes in the corner. Stop.
Is it going to hold? No, it's not.
Doesn't really matter. They'll set the defence on the 20 tap.
They've got to get on with this to Wigan. Leeds can just hold it stable. 13 and some minutes to go. 3 scores the difference. Here comes Gelling.
Wait! Go! Get offside!
McAloran. Here's Finch. Hughes.
Good ball.
Wonderful ball by him. Tompkins struggling to get up there. Hughes is going to go on the outside of Hardacre. Very good tackle by the fullback to get in there, to hold his man, to dislodge the ball.
Is that the chance? Is that the one chance that they had? What the tackle by Hardacre. As we mentioned earlier, does the bust offend and then decides he can't see Tompkins on the inside. He is never going to get on the outside of the full back. He's had a great game.
Time's off.
So Leeds will take their time here.
Wait there!
The run around of Hardacre in the first half, didn't he? But he was certainly going to make sure that Jack Hughes wasn't going to get it past him then.
Move! Okay, come in, Lee. Come on. Go.
It's an unforgiving tempo. Remains high in intensity and high on adrenaline. Two sides fighting for the ultimate prize, a place at Wembley Stadium, the Challenge Cup final.
Move! Where he got it? Wait, he's got his arm
The oldest, the most glittering of rugby league prizes. And at the moment, it's Leeds who are one step away.
Move! Keep going, Michael.
Burrow.
Your side, Lee!
Off he goes with a scamper.
Fine, play ball! Play ball!
Sinfield. This is the last, so Maguire will put the kick downfield again. It's looking for no more than just putting Wigan on the back foot. If it holds up, that's a real bonus. It hasn't. It's a tap back on the 20. Wigan want to get on with it quickly. They'll have to wait for the referee, who's there now. So here comes the tap. Wigan trying to bring it free.
Good defence again.
Move!
What a performance this has been by Leeds so far today. Hawk offloads in desperation.
Surrender!
There's Lima going nowhere. O'Loughlin. Finch. They'll keep going here. Charnley.
Move!
There have been moments of controversy. Moments when Wigan will feel the referee's decision was very much against them. There have been mistakes, but take nothing away from the side in blue and amber, who so far have done the job. But there might yet be a response from Wigan.
Move!
Plenty of time. They score again. Plenty of time.
Finch. Going for the gap, closes up, got the arm away. O'Loughlin's there too. Where's my support? Back it goes to McAlorum. Out now, across the line, Tewson to Golding. Golding hands off Burrow, out to Charlie. Charlie with a step back on the inside. Leeds defenders scrambling around him. That was the fifth, 5 yards away. This is the last. And it's slow, it's very slow. So Sinfield comes out of the line quickly to close O'Loughlin down. This is Lima. Now it's Tompkins. Tompkins! He's been able to get it away. Ward catches with the intercept, and that just about sums it up. Wigan so close. Leeds desperately hanging on.
Another superb tackle by Hardacre. You think he's in? What the tackle!
Well, all the talk before the game was about one full-back, but I tell you, it's another full-back who is catching the headlines at the moment.
Yeah.
Zach Hardacre, not just for his running, but his defensive stint at times in his second half.
Well, he's had 2 try-saving tackles in the space of the last 5 minutes.
Here comes Burrow, little bit of open field. Rob Burrow's through it. They're trying to get up there in support. Burrow runs. Tompkins inside out. Hurls it out to Ryan Hall. Hall's going for the hat-trick. Hall for the corner. What a recovery by Charlie. What a recovery by Charlie. At the very least, this is a double movement. I think he got a foot in touch anyway. I'm pretty sure it won't be a try.
Well, there's one try you thought was going to be scored by Tompkins. That Leeds try should have been scored. He looked at the difficult option. Old Burrow, after all the hard work, he had his partner, Danny Maguire, on his shoulder. Should have given it. Let's see.
Well, his arms hit the ground there, and the man's got him, so it's got to be a double movement, hasn't it?
And he's in touch.
He's reached out again, he's reached out again.
Well, he's in touch anyway.
Yeah,
what a tackle. But the option was to give it to Danny Maguire. Danny Maguire was on his shoulder.
This was a break and a move that had everything that was good about rugby league, wasn't it? We'll watch it again in a minute. We've got to get this sorted out first. Now, is he out of touch? Is he out of play? Yeah, there. He's out of play before he touches it down, isn't he?
Well, it's either going to be a penalty or a touch, isn't it? A double movement or a penalty. The way the decisions have gone against Wigan, though, that could be a try.
Shake of the head from Ryan Hall. He'd feel they should have scored there, and Brian McDermott knows that his side are probably still going to Wembley, but this would have made absolutely certain had he scored here. And a big sigh from the Wigan supporters, who felt that this was already certainly no try, but the fact that we're having a look at another replay, which we're seeing on the big screen here in the ground. Well, the leg might just be up in the air, but surely there's a double movement here.
Again, these are one of those calls that...
Here we go. Here we go. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? No try, penalty.
Yeah,
but he's given it for the double movement.
Yes.
We've watched the whitewash.
So what's the point of that?
But it's been given for the double movement.
But, you know, he should have given it to Danny Maguire. Fantastic break.
But that had everything. Robbie Burrows break down the middle. The ball out wide was super. Ryan Hall for the corner. And Charlie's recovery in defence, saving the try.
It was amazing.
Fantastic. This was it. This was it.
Just watch. Here he goes. But just watch Danny Maguire. He steams up. Look, just watch him. There's the pass. What a great tackle this is, though. What a fantastic tackle.
Fantastic. In a semi-final that's already had loads. We've just seen utter class.
10 metres!
37-24. 9 minutes left to play. What else can they give us? Well, that was a mistake. Leeds have it back. Sinfield.
Soak it up. Soak it up. That's all they've got to do is soak it up now. Can they score 3 times in 8 minutes when they get the ball?
Ryan Bailey. Sean White can't believe what he's watching here. Really can't believe it. But Leeds really have fronted up. Sinfield.
4, move, line, Jack.
This is Burrow. Kirk. Maguire. One dummy. Then it goes wide. Watkins.
5.
Trying to put the step on Carmel, but Carmel squaring up to him. Maguire down the blind side. Jones Bishop with a chip to the corner, but he can't get there. Here's Hughes.
Move! Ready. Go.
Golding. Lima.
Move! Ready. Wait, go.
Finch. This is Hopp. Manages to spin it away to keep the options alive here. Taken on by Mossop. But taken in by 2 Leeds defenders. 7.5 minutes remaining.
Well, that's it. The clock is there. Great
Hawk
angle.
striding into it. Tompkins to his left. Here comes Hart. Tompkins
Great
going to
tip.
take it. Takes it in, runs it away. And another wonderful recovery in defence from Watkins.
It's been amazing team effort.
Carmel throws it out. Not backwards. Still alive. Back to one. When eventually it's dropped on by Ben Flower. So the tackle count starts here again.
What a tackle again.
This is the first. Finch throws it out. Hughes. Golding. Charlie will score. Charlie's over. A hint of a recovery here from Wigan. Just enough time. 37-28. Kick to come.
Quick
2 more of
conversion.
those needed.
Yeah, quick conversion now. What a break again. Hock, what an angle by Hock. Splits the defence. Great support by Tompkins. But just watch. Because the ball is behind Tompkins, just gives that opportunity for Callum Watkins to get at him. But then they move to the other side. Great hands, Golding, try.
37-28. Here comes the kick. What do the flags say? No, in a way, it doesn't really matter. Because they still have to score 2 tries, Wigan. That will be the target. This is absolutely breathtaking here today. Absolutely breathtaking.
Great game.
His heart will be thumping. Everybody's heart's thumping because there are 6 minutes left to play. Enough time for the miracle recovery. And Leeds know that. Leeds know that they've got to keep their concentration. Wigan know they've got to keep their hope, keep their belief. It all boils down to this next 6 minutes. Lima blasts it in. Steve McNamara, like the rest of us, guessing as to what's going to happen next.
Well, they need to score very, very soon.
Finch to Tompkins. Tompkins along the line. Oh, that's the interception by Ben Jones-Bishop. That would have been the game winner.
First one. Quick, get the scrum. They're all going. Get in there. There's the knock on, yeah. Well, I've got to pick man of the match.
Are you?
What a call that is.
How late are you going to leave this man of the match?
As late as I have to.
Good luck. There's a few candidates. There might be another hero in the making.
Yes.
In the last 6 minutes. Here's Golding.
Move! Wait, Jamie. Go.
Tompkins. Carmont.
Move! Play him on!
Out goes McAlora. This set so important.
Very, very important.
Finch. O'Loughlin. Out of the line comes Watkins. Made a very good read because Hawks stopped.
Yeah.
Wigan will be looking not necessarily for a score here, but certainly to keep the pressure on Leeds at the end of this 6.
5, release!
Mossop's put down on the 5th. Here comes the last. Finch. Well, they're going to run it through hands. Foul back to Tompkins. Forward pass. They're going to carry on shortly. All the Wigan fans are all thinking they scored. But they'll have to go down quickly because the referee much earlier had given the forward pass.
He did. Get the scrum down. No, it stopped though. Well. There's the call.
On the 6th, so it's a straightforward handover.
Yeah. They'll slow it all down now, Leeds.
Ryan Hall is taking a bit of the responsibility and energy away from his forwards by working that one forward. Kirk to his feet. Sinfield. Jones-Bishop. Jones-Buchanan. Sinfield kicks away.
What a great kick that is.
Another really punishing kick, isn't it? Absolutely, it's perfect here.
What he's saying is, if you're gonna beat us, you've got to do it from 90 or 105 yards. Great tactical kick again by Sinfield.
3.5 minutes left to play. We're going to have to score twice. Leeds simply have to hold on. Gelling threatening the break.
Square.
And we're looking for the penalty there. Finch was convinced that Leeds weren't square at the marker. McAlora.
4. Move! Wait here, Ryan. Go.
This is Farrell. Stepping. Still going. Liam Farrell.
5! Release! Wait here, wait!
Tompkins on the last. What are they going to do here? Finch spins it along the line. Out to Hawk. Hawk looking for the outside shoulder. Gets the outside shoulder. Can't get the ball away. He can eventually, but only after the tackle. The handover. And Leeds will have it again here. And 2.5 minutes to go. You'd think that they're very nearly there now.
Yeah.
So you're very nearly there with your decision on man of the match.
It's been very tough call. I think that Zach Hardinger has been fantastic in the second half. And you've had, Rob Burrow been immense all throughout the game. But for his general play, his tactical kicking, he's just been a general, leading them around the field. My Carnegie man of the match is Kevin Sinfield.
This is he, Kevin Sinfield in possession. Well done to him. He's not a stranger to being a big game player on the big occasion of producing the goods when it matters the most. 2 minutes to go, just under. Sinfield with a kick, hits Golding. Now was that played at? Yes, it was. The referee decides. Sean Wayne might just suspect the game is up now.
Yeah, definitely. fantastic game. You can see 13 points.
Bailey, penalty. And they'll go for goal here, if for no other reason than to slow the clock down. And he knows he's on his way to Wembley again. Last year beaten by Wigan in the final. This year they've got rid of that threat at the semi-final stage. Leeds begin to congratulate themselves, because as that clock ticks down, they know now it's an inevitable return to the capital.
Oh, it's been a fantastic game of rugby league. I just feel tactically, you know, they've just completed their sets. They're good kicking game, but their execution and the clinicalness they finished those tries has been the difference.
Well, the clock is eventually stopped. The kicker is allowed to take a minute before the referee stops the clock. Frustrating if you're on the losing side, knowing that there's nothing you can do about it. But with 41 seconds left to play, Kevin Sinfield prepares himself for a conversion, or rather a penalty attempt. The 2 points hardly matter.
Yeah, put it.
But that's not what he'll be thinking. Up steps Sinfield, right-footed, over it goes, between the uprights. Ever the perfectionist, the man who's led his side with terrific character and pedigree today. What a performance by Brian McDermott's Leeds Rhinos. They came in as underdogs. They've come out of it as top dogs. Wigan have been humbled.
Yeah.
17 seconds left. Too much for Wigan to do in too little time. Here comes the countdown. The Leeds supporters will bellow out these last 5 seconds. Out of touch is taken. That's the last act of what has been an absolutely fantastic semi-final here. The referee blows his whistle, the hooter sounds. Leeds, the underdogs, are through to Wembley. It's been a 13-year itch since they last won a Challenge Cup final. Is this the year they finally do it? 2012. Is this going to be their time? We'll know in about 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, big game players, big game temperament. They knew they had to be at their best, and they were. Deserved winners. They'll be tough to beat in Wembley. A fantastic game of rugby league, and Leeds worthy winners on this occasion.
Well, we said at the start, history, pedigree tells you that this should be a classic, and boy, has it been a classic. Leeds are at Wembley, well done to them, but they were pushed all the way by Wigan. Leeds 39, Wigan 28.
Well, I'm with Brian McDermott. Brian, how proud are you of that team?
Yeah, I'm just, you know, the staff we've got, Jimmy Laws, myself, Jason, we're just very lucky people because we're in charge of a group of very courageous, brave blokes. I thought that was a sensational game. I can't take me out after Wigan enough. They kept coming back from the dead, and I thought we had the game a couple of times there, and they kept coming back from the dead, so all respect to Wigan, but I'm really pleased for the players. They were sensational, and a few times in that game we had to just find out about ourselves, and the players did that massively.
You had to dig deep, but you hit them so early. Was that the plan, not to let them get on a roll?
Well, they're such a good team. They're such a good team. Sean Wayne's doing a really good job with them, and we knew we had to be very, very, very good to even compete with them, let alone beat them. So, you know, that wasn't so much an insightful game plan. We got to meet their intensity. But again, the players, they deserve a hell of a lot of credit there. It's just, and I'm not sure what to say. They had to pick themselves up so many times in that game and come up against and resist a lot of what Wigan tried to do to us. The players have been through it this year. Once again, we've been through with the mill. We've had our tough times. We haven't won anything just yet. But we find ourselves at Wembley again. Brilliant.
Yeah, you are going back to Wembley. That must sound nice.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, it's a great occasion, one of the best occasions in the world, and you know, we're very fortunate to be there again.
Many congratulations, Brian. Let's bring in the man of the match, Kevin Sinfield, presented with the man of the match award there from Paul Smith from Leeds Metropolitan University. Kevin, many congratulations. You get to go to Wembley again.
Yeah, it's been a tough few weeks, especially after that good idea we got off Wigan last time. We've finally come into some form this last 4 games, but we knew how tough it was going to be today, and you know, I'm stood here with this award, but our pack were outstanding. You know, JP, Kylie, Darryl Griffin,
Ryan Bailey, the big guys up front were awesome for us, and they set the platform.
You got off to such a roll, but they came back at you at half-time. Did you think, we've had so much domination, but they were so close still?
Yeah, they're a great side. They're a champion side, and we won today, but they're still the best team in the competition. So we knew we had to turn up and do something a little bit different, which meant we conceded some points, but thankfully we were good enough in the end, and we're through to Wembley.
You don't have to go back too many weeks to a fan side when you were all looking at each other, looking in the mirror, and wondering what was going on, I'm guessing, and here you are, you're off to a Wembley final.
Yeah, we won't get carried away. We've been there before, and we've had our bottom smacked a few times there as well. So, and now we'll go there. We'll do our best. Hopefully, we'll take a huge following again. They'll be fun, magnificent for us again today, and fingers crossed this time.
Congratulations, Kevin. Let's bring on Rob Burrow. Rob, fantastic game from yourself. You look like you enjoyed it out there.
Yeah, really enjoyable. Obviously semi-finals are always good. To play a team like Wigan, you've got to bring your game, and the boys were outstanding today.
And you've been celebrating with the fans. It means so much, doesn't it, to everybody to be going to Wembley and have another chance?
Yeah, it does. It's evaded us in the past, and we're so desperate to get there and get a win. And we're there. We've still got a big job in hand, but the boys were thrilling today, and we're going to enjoy it.
How much has this competition been a focus for you guys?
It's been a focus every year, but especially this year. After the exploits last year, we World Cup challenge earlier. We know we wanted to get to Wembley and have a dig, so we're there now.
Let's quickly bring in one more guy next to you. Another couple of tries for you, Ryan, and the trademark, just getting the ball in.
Luckily I play in a team that gives me them opportunities, so I can just do my best, on the big stages like they are today. I'd like to say great to 16 teammates today. I played with, I got a bit of a knock just before half-time on my leg, so I had no power in it. So I felt like a bit of a passenger on a sailing ship, so credit to all them 16 other lads who pulled me along with them, so thanks for that.
I have to say, you wouldn't have known it. I mean, defence from all of you guys in that second half, because you knew Wigan were going to come at you.
Yeah, it's we knew we had a feeling before the game this was our time again to get to the final. Third time lucky, but hopefully bring on that Challenge Cup at the end of this year. This time.
Enjoy the celebration.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, this is going to be a very, very happy place for the next half an hour or so. Leeds Rhinos celebrate a stunning victory. The first half was what did it for them. 6 tries in the first half. Sensational performance. As for Wigan, heartbreaking, crushing. They tried desperately hard. They didn't get any of the calls in terms of the referees' decisions. There's been an awful lot to discuss on that as well when we go to Red Button for the forum in a moment or two. But 39-28, the final score. And for that group of players, for Kevin Sinfield, for Danny Maguire, for Rob Burrow, all of them having come up together, you sort of feel the Challenge Cup is the one thing that's missing.
Well, it's the old guard came to the fore today, didn't they? Jamie Peacock led from the front, Kylie Luluai. I thought Leeds forwards were immense around the middle. It gave them a platform to Rob Burrow just absolutely ruined Wigan around the ruck, and Kevin Sinfield with his kicking game on the back of it. The second half closed up a whole lot tighter, didn't it? We had a couple of decisions, the Maguire try there, was it or wasn't it? The one where the referees, was it a knock-on from Danny Maguire or wasn't it? It was 9-8 in the second half, so we saw a different but no less exciting second half.
No, it was great. It's so and how cool is Kevin Sinfield under pressure to go for the drop goal, to turn it from a 2-try difference into a 3-try difference?
Well, that's what experience is, and that's what's important now. And they've won the Super League titles, but the Challenge Cup's always been there for them. And keep in mind, we keep on talking about the Challenge Cup for them. The job's not finished yet. You've still got to play the winner of either Warrington or Huddersfield will play tomorrow. Yep. But I like the way they started positive. I like the way they started Burrow, who normally starts on the bench. Well, he was outstanding the way he probed around the ruck. They really got Wigan on their heels, where Wigan and Northern advance and really gang tackle you. They didn't have that. And I was a bit worried in the second half there for a while, Leeds. I thought they were going to shut up shop, 4 rucks, kick. When they got back playing with Burrow around the rucks, they looked really good.
Well, as you say, it's Warrington or Huddersfield. We'll be showing that match tomorrow, 5:15 from BBC 2. And if you want to come to the final at Wembley at the end of August, then there are plenty of tickets available. Obviously, it's after the Olympics finish, and we'll give you all the details for that as well. When we switch now to Red Button, more interviews to come, reaction from Wigan as well, because it's Leeds who are through to the Challenge Cup final. Can they win it this year? We'll see you tomorrow at 5:15 or on the Red Button now.
Army here next on BBC 2.
The Olympic Games. Wherever you are, never miss a moment with the BBC. Starting on the 27th of July.
Dr. Rosina Ali is a plastic surgeon, and she's getting underneath the science of skin.
How old do you think you look?
Where's the box of tissues? You've got more fine wrinkles on the right side of your face than on the left.
To discover how to fight the signs of aging...
That's the cornea coming off.
...without going under the knife.
One of the most intriguing developments is being unearthed under the waves. Maybe glycans can reach the parts other cosmetic creams can't.
Horizon, the truth about looking younger, Monday the 23rd of July on BBC Two.
I'm sure we've all seen the press coverage over the weekend.
Absolutely, yes.
Graham? Yeah. What?
No one's bought any tickets to like women's football.
No. So, Siobhan, I mean, what I...
No, totally.
No, I feel that this...
Cool.
You know, I think this...
Yeah.
Can I just finish?
No.
Back for one last lap. Award-winning 2012 continues Tuesday at 10 on BBC Two.
From Richard II to Henry V, continuing our Shakespeare season. The Hollow Crown, Part 3 of the series in half an hour. That's